Hi guys, welcome to another episode of 45 TV. I'm here again with another guest, Benjamin. You guys remember Benjamin from last time? He gave detailed analysis about the EPL and actually the Major League sports, which is or soccer, I should say, which is Bundesliga. He touched base on La Liga, Serie A, and the EPL predominantly. Well, he's back here again. We're going to be talking about the Champions League this week. If we are lucky, Benjamin will be giving us predictions on the Champions League, not for it to stake, but for the teams to win that he thinks is going to win. So, Benjamin,
Yeah.
how are you doing today?
I'm doing good. Fantastic.
It's been a while. So we should be doing this more often, Benjamin, if you have time.
Yeah. I should be passing through more often, and hopefully I can do that as often as possible.
Congratulations. I heard, the producer was impressed with you and then gave you your own Manchester United segment.
Oh yeah. So I have my own segment, Manchester United. We do only Manchester United talks. And then
Before we jump in, why Manchester? Before we jump into the Champions League, why Manchester United?
Okay, so I have the funny thing, right? This is the first time I'm saying this year. I used to be a Liverpool fan.
No way.
Yes, I used to be a Liverpool fan growing up. I remember.
What made you leave the Reds?
I think my love for Manchester United changed. Or like I got love for Manchester United after the 2008 Champions League final where Manchester United played Chelsea.
Mm-hmm.
That final was what was the turning point for me to be a United fan, right? So I used to be a Liverpool fan. Growing up, I remember we used to laugh and laugh around. And Liverpool for so many long years had not won anything. I used to get all the jobs and all that. But I switched, which I'm saying today, if you are to do it right now, you are not. They will consider you as like a traitor. Because you can't live between United and Liverpool, you can't switch camps. But I did. And I was younger then, so nobody could put my head up for grabs or whatever it is.
I see.
And then ever since, I've been faithful to United. Even though we are passing through troubled times and all that, I still stuck with the team.
That's good.
Yeah.
That's good. Well, I'll be watching your segment on Manchester United because I'm also intrigued by what Manchester United is going to be doing. And you seem to know very well about Manchester United.
Yeah, I seem to, yeah.
But anyway, on today's segment, Champions League.
Yeah, Champions League.
Who's the match opener for the Champions League this week?
So this week, on Tuesday, there are two matches. There is Bayern Munich playing Lazio, and there is Real Sociedad playing PSG. And then Bayern is playing at home, and then Real Sociedad is playing also at home.
I think Bayern is playing with a 1-0 defeat, right?
1-0 defeat. So when last time they had to go to the camp of Lazio, Stadio Olimpiaco, they lost the game by 1-0. And then now they have a chance to redeem themselves. Because remember in our last segment, I did talk about how much the Bayern setup is more focused on winning the Champions League more than the Bundesliga. Even though things are going bad for them, it seems to be like, oh, you guys were always winning it, now we are not winning it. Like we are losing the title. But trust me, their main focus has always, for the past 2-3 years, has been to win the Champions League. They want to become European powers. Like they want to put their shoulders on the same level with the Real Madrid, the AC Milans, and the Liverpools, because these are the European royalties. These are the guys who have the continental masters of Europe. You get it? So they want to put them as shoulders on that level. And so if this is a chance for them to, because the truth is the poker, what do you call it?
DFB poker.
DFB poker, they are out, right? They can play. They played I think they played Bayer Leverkusen on the cup. Yeah. They lost. Sorry, I think that was
3-0, I believe.
Yeah. So like they don't have any chance of winning any trophy, except for the title, which, in as much as we are saying there is no hope for them, they are still contenders. 10 points gap, and then I think they have about 11 games to go. Anything can happen in football. But this is one of the chances that like as a sports guy, I feel Bayern's only hope this season is through the Champions League. And trust me, this is what the Bayern setup is really there for, to win the Champions League. So I don't know what Thomas Tuchel is going to do, because as the news has broken out that he's leaving at the end of the season, he's trying his best to motivate the team, but they are drawing and losing, right? Ever since they said, oh, okay, you put the team down and leave the team after the season, he said, oh, I'm going to do everything in my ultimate power with my staff to try and let us finish as best as possible. What he means is, at least if you are going to lose on the title, let's lose it on a certain dignity. Like, let's lose it on the last day. Or let's lose it with just 1 point, not like 10 point, 15 point gap. Or even if you are going to lose anything, let's win the Champions League. But here they are, and they have themselves to redeem. And the good news is they are going to play at home, and it's just 1 goal deficit. We do not have the rule where we used to go with away goals has been scrapped. So if they do themselves a favor and score 1 goal by 90th minute, it's gonna go extra time, right? And they can try and win something, right? So I don't know. I personally, as a football fan, I feel sorry for Harry Kane, because I really like, in as much as I wanted him at Manchester, he never came. He's that kind of football legend that you feel sorry for after all that he has done for the game. You want him to win something. And we all thought, oh, come on, Harry Kane is going to Bayern and his titles and cups are guaranteed. But here he is, he's going through troubles. And it's not like people are making this sound like Harry Kane is having a worst season. He's not. He's scored, I think, 25 or 30 goals.
Yeah.
I think even 25 goals in the Bundesliga alone. So the guy is scoring goals. But just because the Bayern team is a mess, everybody thinks Harry Kane is not performing.
Yeah.
But the guy is one of the best strikers on the planet right now. One of the hottest strikers. So for me, I look forward to a Bayern team hungry to win. A Bayern team trying to defend their honor. Right? Trying to show Lazio. Because Lazio, come on. Lazio is not a European giant. He's just kind of comes in 1-2 and then goes back to Europa.
Yeah, but you shouldn't sleep on that. You shouldn't sleep on the underdogs too. That's what makes this was very interesting, right?
Yeah, it is. But technically speaking, Bayern deserves to win. Trust me, they're going to win. My prediction is that they're gonna win. Where are the goals gonna come from Bayern? That is the issue. And of course, there is only one answer: Harry Kane will score. But the question always becomes the Bayern's issue is not about the scoring. Yeah, sometimes they find difficult to score, but their issue also is at the back. They score 2, they make 2 goals back inside. They score 3, they make 3 goals back inside. So it's the whole Bayern. Like in fact, Bayern need a reform at the end of the season. Thomas Neuer is old. Sorry, Manuel Neuer is old. 37 years and still going. Yes, a keeper can go up to 40, 45. That's fine. But they are putting all their trust in the guy, and they need to start getting a young goalkeeper in. Somebody to take over. Because all their bench, they don't have anybody promising or whatever it is. And they just splash the money on people, buy the best defenders on earth, but they are still not having their problems. But in as much as we are talking about Bayern and their whole issues and they're trying to defend themselves and trying to go forward in the league, let's not forget about PSG, who is also playing on Tuesday.
What are they playing against?
They are playing against Real Sociedad. And they are going into the game with 2 goals advantage. When Real Sociedad went to Parc des Princes, they won. PSG won. So of course, this is no debate. In terms of European pedigree, in titles, they are both the same. Because in as much as PSG is a big name in soccer or football, however you want to call it, in as much as they are big names in that sport, they are no one in Europe. Nobody cares about them. Because when you are talking about European giants, the likes of Aston Villa and Nottingham Forest even have European trophies than. Yeah, right? It's just like Arsenal, PSG. Those guys they have the name, but when it goes to Europe, nobody fears them, right? West Ham, Belgrade or whatever they call them,
Partizan,
even have trophy and other stuff than those guys. The issue with PSG is to do with now the issue as you guys were discussing earlier. Is used to do the issue with Mbappe and he going and then Luis Enrique trying to build a team around whoever he has right now with the vision to build a team around Simons when he comes in the summer. But I know for sure, for me, because the team has two goals advantage, and with the view of they trying their best to replace Mbappe, I think Luis Enrique should bench Mbappe for this game.
You think so?
Yes, because you need character shown by your players in the Champions League. You need character shown by your players in the Champions League, right? And you needing the character shown by your players in the Champions League, you need them to have the experience in the league itself. You have young folks in the league, in the team that has not. Yes, some of them have tasted the Champions League, but they've not tasted the Champions League to the round of 16 yet.
No.
Right? And now you are moving Mbappe away, and you still have the view of winning the Champions League one day. Remember, let's not forget the whole idea of PSG. Their sole aim is to win the Champions League. They didn't like the fact that Man City won the league, because you know the whole issue with Qatar and then the Abu Dhabi guys. It was both teams are being owned by the Arab money, right? So one wanted to show power over the other. So now Man City wins the Champions League. So now they phrase themselves above PSG. So PSG doesn't like that. And with the whole Mbappe saga and everything, they are now trying to go back to the drawing board, build a team with angry young players, try to attack the European Sea. But if you want to do that, you need them to have experience. Because if you don't let them get the experience from now, it's going to come to, okay, let's give them 5 years, 4 years to build experience in Europe, whereby they will always crashing out in the group stages or the round of 16 or whatever it is. And then, next year we attack. Next year we will attack. But now is the time for the guys to have the experience, put Mbappe aside. The guy, yes, he's going to come say he has a commitment for the team, but he's not going to do anything. He's going to he's going to do something, but his commitment level is not that much. Because ideally, you could have come, talk about his decision to leave, with about 4 or 5 games to go. But he said it right in the middle of the season, lose, and that is even affecting the PSG team. You know that, right? Because their past 3 or 4 games, they draw or lose, right? So there's confidence level of the team has even dropped because of that news that he's leaving, which was not a good thing, right? You're supposed to keep it private a bit. So I predict PSG is going to win. They're going to win definitely by a 2-goal margin, either a 3-1, a 2-0, or whatever it is. And I know I for one, as I said, I want Mbappe not starting. If I'm going to go Mbappe not to start, then I have to obviously think for myself where the goal is going to come from. And I still do believe PSG has Ramos in front there who can score goals. This guy scored a lot of goals for Benfica last season. So he has the ability to score more goals. Right. So yeah, so that's basically for Tuesday. And that's basically for Tuesday, the Champions League games for Tuesday. Do not. I still even as I want PSG winning, I do not want to underestimate Real Sociedad. Because they are a force in the what do you call it, in the Spanish La Liga this season. I believe in this season in the La Liga they are 7th, which might not see that much, but I think they've given some of the heavyweights in the league hard time to cope with, right? They have a team that are young. They have Kobo and all those guys doing their part. Sadiq, Umar and all those guys, they're doing their bits to help the team, right? So, but whatever they will do, trust me, the only advantage these guys have is playing at home.
Yeah.
They're not going to win against. Even if they are to do whatever it is, PSG is going to go through. On Wednesday, there is Man City and Copenhagen, which is a, as somebody would say in Ghana, fufule. This is a chop coup for Man City. If I were Pep, right? Man City is playing at home with 3-1 first leg advantage. If I were Pep, I am not going to play my big guns because on Sunday, I believe, Man City is playing Liverpool in a very, very crucial game of the season. We did say over here, there's only 1 point between them. I think 2 points between them, right? Or one. Now, this is a very crucial game to decide who wins the league. So there is no need for Pep coming into this league or this Champions League game
and playing
their big guns. I expect the likes of Lewis to start, the likes of Matheus Nunes, the French players to start, right? The young guys, they have young players. I think some of their young players in the likes of Mika Hamilton and then Oscar Bob is also. They are brilliant players that they need experience in Champions League. Mm-hmm. He has to start those guys. Maybe up front, you can choose to merge with his experience, right? But he has to raise the likes of Haaland, Foden, De Bruyne, even potentially, I think he has to even rest the goalkeeper for what is his name? Edison. He has to rest Edison. And Stefan Ortega has shown that he is one of the best second choice goalkeepers in the world. He is always ready to take up the mantle whenever Edison is not playing. So Pep has to put aside some of the star players, mix up with some experienced players, and just go. Just tell the guys, hey, you guys should just go there and just feel free and play the game. Just go there and make your name or get the experience. Score one, draw the game, I don't care. But don't lose. And Pep, as we know, is going to distill that discipline in the guys. Now, hey, we are going there to play fun in our own stadium, Etihad. We did all the hard work when we went to Copenhagen in Denmark. Now we are here. Let us try and just have fun. Let's entertain the fans. That is what it is. And then I believe they are going to Man City, of course, is going to go through.
will be winning.
Yeah. I think that the fourth game is to do is Real Madrid and then RB Leipzig, right?
Leipzig.
Yeah. Because the thing is, some people may not understand the whole concept of the Champions League. So in the round of 16, for example, this week, they are playing. This week there's 4 teams playing, and I believe next week there's gonna be another 4 teams also playing. Yeah. So instead of all 8 teams playing this week, they try to entertain the fans, especially when UEFA is so smart. So they wanna, there's Champions League, so they don't wanna put all games together.
Of course.
So they make only 2 games a day, and then next week 2 games because from the round of 16 there is always that excitement in the league, right? So the last game for this week is Real Madrid and then RB Leipzig, and I believe Madrid, they are very, very. These guys, sometimes when it comes to Champions League, I don't want to talk about Madrid because the truth is, Real Madrid, whatever you say, there is that potential ability for them to win the league.
The finals,
they are the masters of the Champions League. They know the ins and the outs of the Champions League, and it's not like it's just the team Real Madrid players playing the game. It's the whole Real Madrid as an entity.
Wow.
From board to fans to media, like the whole Real Madrid is heaven on earth is a heaven for the Champions League. These guys have won the Champions League for I think 11 or 12 times.
Wow.
So they know the ins and outs. And the next person on the list after Real Madrid is Liverpool and the AC Milan with 5-7 points. So like the gap is too big.
Yeah.
They show to everybody on earth that hey, we are the masters of the league. So I believe that the game with RB Leipzig is gonna be a bit hard. But the good news is they are playing at Bernabeu.
Okay.
Right? Come on. They're gonna come in their numbers. The angels, that's how they call themselves, the angels on the earth. They cannot come in their whites, cheer their players on, right? And they're going to win. It's going to be a tough game. Trust me, it's going to be a tough game. but I still predict and know Real Madrid is gonna go through.
Yeah.
Because Bayer Leverkusen right now they have players that lack a little bit of experience in the Champions League. Even though they have the likes of Simons, Xavi Simons, the PSG, Loni doing marvelous for them this season, they still lack some kind of ability to do that. And then the Europa League for Thursday, trust me, I don't want to talk more about it, but I know the big guns, the Leverkusens, the Liverpools, the Romans, these guys are looking forward to trying
Who
to.
are they facing?
I believe. 1 second, let me check this. So I believe. So let me just remind my viewers that Real Madrid has a goal advantage, 1 goal advantage over RB Leipzig, and I believe that game it took a hard effort for Real Madrid to win, and they basically won by Ibrahim Diaz goal in the 48th minute, and the game was a 50-50, exactly 50-50 chances created. Ball possession was even, so it was a tight game for Real Madrid. But I still believe they do have the ability and they have the zealness to put you right. With on Thursday, so Thursday football guys, Liverpool guys, Thursday football. Unfortunately, you guys are playing Thursday football. So Thursday football, there is Liverpool playing Sparta, which is remember I was saying something that on Tuesday, sorry, on Wednesday, this is where it makes the whole EPL very interesting. So basically on on Sunday at exactly 11:45 a.m. in Canada. So that will be, I don't know the time, wherever you are, plus 5 or 4 GMT. But as we, the fans in Canada, we're going to watch this game at 11:45 on Sunday. Man City playing Liverpool at Anfield. Now, the funny thing is, these guys are fighting for the title. But on Wednesday, Man City play Champions League. On Thursday, Liverpool play Europa League. So it's not like one team is not doing anything for the whole week. They are preparing for the game on Sunday. Every team has a game to play before Sunday. So we're not going to have somebody come in and say, oh, we're not going to have some fans come in. Oh, we didn't have time to prepare. We were playing Champions League or we were playing Europa League. So we were both in Europe on that week.
Yeah.
And you played on, we are playing, Man City is playing on Wednesday. Liverpool is playing on Thursday. So the same analysis I made for Man City, right? Man City is playing. That's one of the good news for them. They are playing teams that are not. They are not heavyweights when you put them on the level with Man City and Liverpool. Liverpool is playing Sparta. Sparta is not. Yeah, there's no a team that Liverpool can beat. If Liverpool use their youth team to win the Carabao Cup against Chelsea,
wow.
So Liverpool should be able to beat Sparta. They won against Southampton 3-0 with their youth team, starting with all goals being scored by their under 21 players.
Wow.
So in as much as they have injuries, players coming back slowly, I expect Klopp not to start his. He should have the Man City game in his mind.
Yeah.
Right? He should have the Man City game in his mind, and he should try and build a team that will go forth to win the Sparta game. The reason why Klopp has to do that also is because after the Sparta game is played this week, on next week, Thursday, right? Sparta is gonna come to Anfield.
Okay.
Liverpool is gonna play Sparta. But on the same week, right? Liverpool is gonna play Manchester United.
Wow.
So the fact that Liverpool is trying to say, okay, I have Man City's game in my mind. I want to go win. So let me just throw any player to play the Sparta game. They still have to balance it with experience because you need a resource in that game.
Of course.
To help you to balance it again next week to be able to rest players for Manchester United.
Yeah.
Because if you do that and you try, okay, let me just throw them, and let's say Sparta win like 3-0. Now in Anfield next week, you're gonna try to chase the game. You're gonna put all your star players inside, and at the same time, you're gonna play Manchester United. So Klopp, by now, I think he and his team or his staff is figuring out who to play and how to balance these games coming forward. You get my point? Yeah. Now, that is to do with Liverpool, right? And then they're gonna win for sure. Trust me, there's no doubt about that. Maybe Sparta is gonna make it a bit hard for them, especially if Liverpool is to try and field into the team, the starting 11, youthful players. Sparta is gonna make it hard for them. My pick for the week in the
both Europa and the Champions League. Yeah.
My pick for the week is Europa League is the Roma with against Brighton. Now, if you had asked me 2 weeks ago, I would tell you Brighton will win. But that's why I say football is something. But right now, Roma is a new team. They are scoring 4 goals, 5 goals in a match, 3 goals. They are winning their games like something. When Mourinho left, they were around 9th. Now they are only like 2 points away from the top 4.
Wow.
So Roma, De Rossi, I think the guy is De Rossi, their coach. I'm not too sure. Let me double check. So he's an old player. Yeah, that is De Rossi, Daniele De Rossi. So De Rossi has transformed the team. Mourinho was playing a defensive game with the team, and that is some of the problems I had with Mourinho's Roma.
When did Mourinho go?
He's been fired, and he's nowhere not having a job now.
When was he fired?
I believe it's like a month early this year. I'm not too sure, but he couldn't use the players well because some of the players Mourinho had in his team were players that can play attacking football. Let's look at some players like. Let's go to their back. They had Mourinho was always starting Rui Patricio, a Portuguese goalkeeper who he signed from Wolves. He was starting him. De Rossi comes in, he bench him, he starts what is his name? Mila Slala. I can't pronounce that word, please. Sorry. He's a Serbian. Now, this guy was brought up in the Benfica youth team, in the Anderlecht youth team. And the Anderlecht youth team, which is in Belgium, and Benfica, which is in Portugal, are close by, right? These clubs or these academies train their players to play football in a positive manner. So the boy comes in and is playing a team that is defensive. He's not performing well, so Mourinho doesn't start him. Mourinho starts Rui Patricio, who is 36 years. Wow. But this guy is just 24 years, who you can build a team on. But De Rossi comes in, he bench this guy, he brings in the style of play that you want to play. Another player that Mourinho was not using well was what do you call him? Ivan Indika. Ivan Indika is a Cameroonian, Ivory Coast Ivorian. So he was one of the players that won the AFCON. A very, very left-footed player, very disciplined, knows how to move the ball forward, knows what to do with the ball. But Mourinho was using this guy in a 3-back system that was basically not working. And this guy is a guy that was in the Frankfurt team. And that Frankfurt team that won the Europa League. Remember the Frankfurt team that won the Europa League? He was in the team. He played massive role in that team. And he knows how to play attacking football. So the whole rejuvenation of Roma is basically not to do with how excellent De Rossi is, but how excellent he has been to identify that, hey, come on, these guys are not the type of players we used to play this type of football. Give them a possessive game. Mm-hmm. You have Lukaku up front who can hold on the ball for you. You have Dybala who can do his game in the tens or in the wings for you. So now he is playing a 4-3-3 system. As to Mourinho was playing a 3-5-2 system. Mm-hmm. Mourinho was playing defensive game. This De Rossi is playing attacking football. But they are meeting the continental masters of attacking football in this season in Europe. Because in EPL, I was watching a stat, I think yesterday. There is 5 matches with how much possession has been shown by a team. And out of the 5 matches that EPL showed, I'm trying to find it right now. Only Man City is the team in that list that played a better possession game in a match against Sheffield United than Brighton. For the other 4 matches, it was all Brighton, which means Brighton is a team that they play the ball. They don't care about they are down 5-0. They're still gonna come attack. So it makes it very interesting. It's my pick for the week. I'm even both Champions League and Europa League. My pick for the week is the Roma and then Brighton game. I'm looking forward to see what De Rossi, as a young manager, gonna do with what is it called name? With with Brighton, and then see how he's gonna come meet up with his fellow Italian in the other side for Brighton, right? Basically, I see, because it's not a one-off game. It's gonna be a 2-off game. I don't wanna predict just this game. I wanna predict both teams. For me, both the home and away game, I see Roma going through. The reason I want Roma to go through, and I think Roma is going to go through, is experience.
So Roma is definitely going to qualify.
Yes. Because Roma has played the Champions League before.
Yes.
They've played the Europa League before. They've won the Conference League. Brighton, this is your first time playing Europa League. You've never played before. You don't have the experience for the league.
Of course.
Because trust me, when it comes to Champions League and Europa League, sometimes it's not about how good you are. Sometimes it's about little experience. There is some players in there that has tasted the game before. There's 1 or 2 players, and even sometimes the coach on the dugout himself can influence the game. In the case of Roma, De Rossi has not done much as a coach, but he has lived the game. He has played the game in the Roma team that did the unthinkable against against Barcelona, right? Where Barcelona had won 3-0, I think 4-1 in Barcelona, right? In Camp Nou. They comes to Estadio Olimpiaco and they lose the game by 3-0 and they go out of the Champions League by goals difference. And it was nobody thought Roma was going to do it, because that Barca team was one of the best teams. But it comes to Olimpiaco, Estadio de Olimpiaco, and Roma wins. And De Rossi was on the center of it. I believe he's the one who scored the penalty in that game. So he has lived that expectation before.
Yes.
He knows how to be. Whereas De Zerbi in the other dugout for Brighton has not really coached any extraordinary team into Europe. I think when he was in Ukraine, but with the Ukraine war and everything, they couldn't perform. They couldn't come play the Champions League and all that. So he has not really seen it all. But the only advantage De Zerbi also have over here is he knows the Italian league. He has coached Italy before, in the Italian league before. He's an Italian. He knows how the Italians play. So in as much as the Roma team is not Italian players, they are every nationality in there. I think they basically start 2 or 3 Italians in the first level. But the fact that a team is not full of a nationalities players does not mean they don't play the way they play. Because, for example, when you pick any team in Germany, you're gonna see the trend of German football in them. If you pick a team in Spain, you're gonna see the trend of Spanish football in them. If you pick right now a team in England, you're gonna see that the English football is in them. As much as the English football is changing to be attack, you're gonna see that mechanical players playing the game. So my point is, De Zerbi knows how the league is. He knows how those guys are. So that's one of the advantages he can use to help the Brighton team.
To win.
But trust me, I see Roma going through, and Roma is gonna win. It's gonna go through. I'm not predicting who is gonna win. I'm predicting who is gonna go through, because it's a very close game, and I see Roma going through to the next round, right? And basically that is that. And then you have Bayer Leverkusen, which
is an easy win.
It's an easy win for them. They're gonna win against, what's their name? Karabakh or something like that.
Karabakh.
There's
Karabakh is a formidable team. They can wear Leverkusen, but they're gonna win.
They can, but Leverkusen's form right now, the whole season they've not lost a game. Come on,
Yeah.
it's a loss or a win for them.
Yeah.
What do you call it? Milan is gonna win. I also believe Benfica, Rangers right now is no. Ever since Steve Gerrard left, Rangers has not been a better team. So it's maybe another pick for me will be the West Ham, the Farbeck team, because West Ham, they have their own difficulties, but trust me, the Europa League is an exciting league right now.
Yeah.
The Conference League, I can't talk much about. The only one I want to talk about in the Conference League is Ajax Aston Villa. Wow. Ajax is a big European team. They're falling off the grades this season. They're falling off their pitch this season. They are not doing that much, but they are still a big team.
Yes.
Remember, I said no matter how bad a team is in their league, when it comes to Europe, it changes because there is a certain feelings
different
about
exactly
right, and they are facing an Aston Villa team who, yes, they have a name in Europe because I believe they've won the Champions League before. I'm not too sure, but for the past 10, 20, 2 decades, they've not really been in Europe that much. Mm-hmm. So now they've come back playing Conference League, and they need to do something against Ajax. The reason they need to do something against Ajax is because Unai Emery is trying to qualify them for Champions League. You were discussing about discussing about Aston Villa in the top 4th position, with either Aston Villa or Manchester United or Spurs going to the top 4, right? Now, if you want to play the Champions League, you need the lower European leagues to test yourself. So it is a character for Aston Villa in Conference League, because Conference League is the least European league in Europe. It's the least. Like it's nothing. Like it's just a regular new.
So if you want to come into Champions League, you have to show you can. Yeah.
You wanna. There's a song that say, "Wanna chill with the big boys." If you wanna chill with the big boys in Europe, then let's see how hard you will be or perform in the young guys.
Yes.
If you cannot do it with the young guys, come on.
Then there's no shot.
There's no. You're gonna be kicked out in the first group stage, right? So basically
guys, that's it. Thank you very much again, Benjamin. A recap of things, what you should be looking for. You should be looking for the Bayern Munich setups because they have to win the Champions League. That's their goal. So Bayern Munich, and we have PSG and Monaco, and that is PSG and who? Sorry.
PSG is playing
Real Sociedad.
Real Sociedad, yeah.
Very, very cagey with Mbappe. We don't know what's the status of Mbappe, if he's going to be playing or not playing, but that's something to watch. PSG, he said he's going with, and who else we have for the Champions League?
So there is Man City Copenhagen.
Man City Copenhagen, easy win for Man City.
There is Real Madrid, RB Leipzig,
and Real Madrid and Leipzig, which is going to be very cagey as well. And there you have it, folks. Thank you very much. Have a good day.